Sir 12 thinks that if he tries some out-of-the-box thinking, maybe a great one will spawn. Just peering through the door into your soul, and hopefully into the soul of whoever is spawning great ones and giving us one, because 5,000 plus kills and we are great one list. You feel it today, bottom boy? I'll tell you what, last week, well, I guess it was Friday, not that long ago, having the 2 9s in the Twitch stream made me feel like maybe we're getting somewhere, so fingers crossed anyway. Details on the new hunting sim coming out? I mean, they have a Discord and stuff you can join to get such info. No, bottom boy, this is the wrong site for that. Great one today? I hope so, Martin. I hope so. You know, I don't even know what the heck I'm going to do if one shows up. My original plan, I guess I'd probably go to that, even though it's already been done. What's up, Elias? I need to do more whitetail and turkey hunts on Mississippi. You know, for a map that would probably be the most similar to what I hunt in real life, I really do not spend that much time there. I guess the gators kind of make it different than PA, but still. Do you like Hunting Sim 2? I enjoyed the game. I'm very much of the opinion that if a Hunting Sim 3 or 4 is released, you know, going down the road, if they can kind of shore up the animal models, make them look more realistic, and maybe do something about the ballistics, it's kind of unrealistic, they may well have a serious competitor called out. They have a lot of stuff right, but what they have wrong just makes it not even close right now. The animals not looking realistic in the slightest really hurts it. 12-pound bluefish, thank you for the super chat, I appreciate you, man. Is 86 big for roe deer? More or less, that's the max. Finally shot an albino gator last night, nice. Have you heard of the new game coming out, Ultimate Hunting? Yeah, that's a common question I get, like, what are my thoughts on that? I ought to make a video, but I don't want... It would almost force me to clickbait, because I wouldn't talk about Ultimate Hunting. I have very intentionally kept my eyes off the game, because I'm afraid, you know, there's a narrative out there that is going to kill Call of the Wild, which I assure you it is not. A lot of people think it's going to be incredible. If the release ends up being rocky, it's going to be difficult to come back from that, so I'm just kind of keeping my expectations at basement level, and really the only thing possible for the game to do is to meet and exceed those expectations, so I'm excited for it. I think there's potential, but you know, we really haven't even seen much from it yet. It's just kind of been concepts and stuff, so we shall see. Interesting way to start with little level 4 red deer coming out of a place they do not usually come from. The only thing that can kill Call of the Wild is DW, probably, or, you know, if EA has had hunting games in the past, but not for a lot of years, if some company with all the money just, you know, if they got into it and had like the best graphics and the best animators and all that kind of stuff, but I don't think the money is in it for them as far as like profit goes, so I don't see that happening either. Shot a level 5 mule deer 10 minutes ago, first diamond, nice man. Mule deer is a pretty cool first diamond, I gotta say. Better than a musk deer, I will say that much. Alright. I am rather pleased to see a mythical at our first lake. Usually we're starting with 5s and 6s all day. Finally got a stream because I have COVID and staying home. Well, I hope you're feeling better. That's no good. What map and guns? Currently we're on Quattro Colinas. Our loadout realistically is basically only the 308 AR-10. We've got the 223. I don't even know why I have it. Honestly, I guess for roe deer. We have the 22 Virant as well. Mostly for alerting red deer, maybe getting ourselves better shot angles, but should a, you know, level 3 European hare show up, we can shoot it with that as well. Someone like Dice could probably make an insane hunting game. I don't know if I know Dice. I'm not sure if I'm not familiar with that. Shot a diamond gray fox today. I've seen a couple posts in the Discord lately. It makes me want to go back after them. I know I can't exceed what I've got, really, but they're just a neat species. They look good. One of the better models in the game. Love the new rifle pack. A lot of people really like it. I was worried that it had the potential to flop, but I think they did pretty good. What's your favorite animal to hunt? I really enjoy the wolves. When like a pack of 10 wolves attacks or something like that, when you get a bunch, and then trying to fend your way through that, and successfully doing so is a cool feeling. Nice, the Goose Hunter. You see 2042, Dice doesn't know their own series now? Oh, okay, at least I know where we're at now. Hope you get a great one, Red Deer. Thank you, man. Hoping for the best. We're in the area of 5,050 kills at the moment. That's all told, 850-ish since the reset. How's your day? Any rares? No rares. In fact, I did head out for some Red Deer grinding earlier. No rares showed up. I was thinking of that. We had the Melanistic as more or less an initial spawn when the reset happened. Did we have a piebald or something in there too? And then no more rares. Nothing else. Should I get Quattro Cleanus? It's a good map. For a long time, Kyla didn't have it. Excuse you. Maybe Quattro is not a good idea. Is that what you don't like Quattro? Grind on Tay, huh? That's what everybody else says. Come here. Throwing everything off. I forget what I was answering now. Don't know what that's all about. Alright, anyway. Yeah, so Quattro's a good map. Kyla didn't have it on PC or on console for a while, and I just got it for her as a gift. And she killed like all kinds of diamonds and stuff in the first week of having it. Shadow Stream taking over the stream like she does with everything else. She sure takes over the bed.
You need to get her emote in YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know if we have the emote space. I guess I'm just shooting without holding my breath because she's got a hold of my hand at the moment. What did you say?
To get rid of the duck emote.
Yeah, the duck's not that good. That's how you feel about Tay? Same, dude. I'm glad someone else is on my team for that. Every time, like, Scarecrow says, like, hunt Tay, and I'm like, man, I don't like Tay. I don't want to be there. How's the puppy doing? She's been good. We had a walk to go and get the camera card today. We actually had some interesting trail cam pictures. I think we got what is effectively... Excuse you. Okay. Do you want to do something else? Because this isn't working.
No stream today.
No stream. Shadow's taking over.
Shadow's world. We're just living in it.
Do you want to get your vertebrae or something? I don't know if she's going to cooperate. Anyway, I think what we have is effectively a bachelor group of bucks, but they don't have their antlers anymore. And some really big bodies, which makes me hope that they have similar genetics to the one that I shot. Is the Two Tones a rare coat for Gray Fox? Nah, it's like another common variant. Let's see. See if we can just drop these shots into the vitals. Got one. Got two. Cool. I love that she's so vocal. It's good for everything outside of streaming, obviously. Generally with videos, I record in the morning, so like she wakes me up around 7:30 most mornings. Take her outside and make coffee, come upstairs, work on stuff, and she'll kind of just nap on my lap after she goes outside, so I can usually get videos done, but come stream time, since they're later in the day, she is ready to go. Might need to give her a venison bone. Worst come to worst, because she is just going for it right now. What's up, Mel? Just started this game. What should be the first DLC I get? The Weapon Pack 1 is really good because it's got the 22, and that can be really helpful for you. And also, the Wild Goose Chase DLC, that's the goose hunting equipment. They reduce the amount of cash you get per goose that you shoot, but it is still the most profitable form of hunting in Call of the Wild right now. So as far as XP and cash and all that goes, if you want to level up quickly, the Goose DLC is the way to go, and that 22 will help you a long way with killing more geese. So maybe combine the two if you just want to get one, I'd go geese. But yeah, I guess it depends.
I'm like jamming out the music while playing.
I see. Shot a 268 Diamond Fallon. Nice, man. Service Layer, I like that name. Clever. Tips on how to find diamonds. Generally speaking, what I recommend is to hunt around water and basically shoot all of your males, at least if you're hunting a species that the males make diamonds. Gemsbuck, for instance, generally the females make diamonds. What's up, Sam? I hate that they reduced the money on geese. I mean, it kind of is for game balance reasons. It was a little bit absurd that you could sit there and get 1,000 cash per goose and say it's close to a goose a minute. I think on average you get like say a flock of 5 every 5 minutes if you can kill, you know, every single one of them every time.
I don't even notice a difference when I'm hunting geese. Like, they're so consistent. It's not like you only get one flock.
Yeah, but cash wise.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't notice it cash wise.
Yeah.
Like, it still gives good money for me. If you're shooting all the geese, you're still making good money.
It's still.
If you're just choosing just the males, then that's on you.
It's still far more than you'll ever get hunting anything else. In the same amount of time, at least. You spend an hour hunting geese, you're going to make more money than an hour doing anything else. Is a male diamond against buck rare? It is. I have only shot 2 ever, and I do not have one on the new scoring system. That is something that I want. Calling it today's the great one day? Man, I hope so. I was thinking about that. Generally speaking, the way my weeks tend to go, Monday, when I, you know, get going on whatever I'm going to work on, there's a number of things that I'd like to do, but normally what I do is go and grind red deer because Tuesday is my red deer video, and this week I decided to do a red deer stream as well. I just really want to start putting more time into it. I know it can get repetitive, but in the same way, it's going to last forever if I don't just, you know, bite the bullet and start shooting a bunch of them. One of her best quotes, Mel. I made a, like a merch design for that, but it would have to be something a little more, what should you call it, technical than what we've done, because it's like 12 different colors. It's like a TV glitch kind of vibe. Should give Shadow a deer antler, it's very good for their health? Is it? I didn't know that. I know she will chew on it because just yesterday I finally got tired of where I had some of my past deer antlers hanging on the wall, and I hung them up like above my desk. I'm going to get my brother to make me another plaque for one of the European mounts I have, and I'll hang those 2 up, and then I'll post a picture somewhere to show you guys what I'm talking about. But I had the one sitting there, and it was sitting on my chair for just a half a second, and she started reaching to try to grab it, so had to keep that out of her mouth. The big buck antlers, I still haven't gotten them back to the taxidermist because last time I asked him he didn't answer me, but they are sitting on the dining room table in a place she can't reach it. I'm terrified somehow she would get a hold of them. Shadow reveal? If you go in the Discord, I post a picture of her in there, goodness, once every 2 or 3 days at the very least, sometimes more. Instagram as well, yeah. You should only have an inch or so a day? Will they go through that much? I guess a big dog probably would. I don't know, Shadow could get an inch of deer antler that quickly. Is a gray mountain lion rare? I believe they made those more common with the latest update that kind of standardized all that stuff. What do you think about Great One Moose? I've seen some of the interesting ways that moose antlers can grow in real life. I think the idea is good. They're on a base game map, Layton obviously. They are, well, they're on multiple maps, which also helps. And they basically win every poll when they ask us about great ones. That's just the worst, Bottom Boy. You know, I think about that all the time too. I did say the taxidermist didn't answer me. I texted him again and he did. But now my truck's past inspection. It's like a 30-minute drive. I really don't want to get myself in trouble doing that. I got to get the truck inspected. Getting way too much into detail here. My point is, when he didn't answer me, I was like, man, like, I have the antlers, but I want the hide too. Like, it would suck if something happened to that. Is this your own multiplayer server? It's my own single-player server. Same thing, except the fact that, you know, no one's able to join it. Would you want to get another Great One Whitetail on Mississippi after you get the Great One Red Deer? You know, I'm not sure where I'm at with that now. I would have said that I wanted a Rancho Great One as well. Maybe I still do. It might be the fatigue of this grind. I think it started to get to me, but I'm less interested in doing another Great One grind now. Now, I was doing a Rancho Whitetail Great One grind, just kind of casually. I probably had 1,000 kills because you could kill them so quick in the past, but that's been reset. I don't know. I may attempt to do one, we'll see. What's up, mistress? Do a full body mount? I genuinely considered it, but for a number of reasons I decided that wasn't going to work. The house is reasonably small, not to say that we couldn't fit it in here, but there's not a lot of places it could go, and just having a whole ass deer somewhere just wouldn't make a lot of sense. And then the other side of it is we knew that we were going to get a dog eventually, and I can just imagine, especially this one, grabbing hold of deer legs and chewing them up. Got a gold fallow deer today? Nice. Smart. Do you play Rocket League? I used to play Rocket League. In fact, in 2 weeks, it will be 2 years since I've last played. I'm more or less retired. I'm just getting too old, I guess. My reflexes are already going on me. I can't keep up, and it turns out I retired at a pretty good time. As you know, retirement's a little, I'm making it sound serious, but the game definitely would have passed me by. The mechanics and stuff that people do now, there's no way I ever could have kept up. The reason that I was at the level that I was is because I played fairly smart, and not to try to compliment myself, but I just wouldn't go for dumb stuff. I would just stay back. Hello, troll. How nice of you to join us. I like seeing 9s, but not ones that look like that. Oh dear. At least it's here. Have I missed anything? Nope, you got here just in time. First troll of this run. 308's just nuts. It's ridiculous that you can do that. Hopes for the next map? I'm really hoping to see a second map based in Africa. I think that would be appropriate. We're gonna be about 4 years since the last one. By the time the next map is due to come out, I just think we are about due for one. And you gotta think, not only are there so many species they could potentially add to an Africa map, there were a lot of species that a good chunk of the community felt were missed with the Vranga release. A lot of people wanted greater kudu instead of lesser kudu. Hyenas were greatly missed and requested. Gonna end up deleting zones, but literally the last run I deleted the zone, so do I care about that? Not really. 308's fun to use. It is ridiculous. It's insane that it's even a thing. Did I forget to... What? Okay. I guess I didn't claim this one, but I don't know why that blood just went away. Thoughts on the Steelers getting Mitchell Trubisky? I was hopeful for the Aaron Rodgers sweepstakes for a while. I'm a fan of Rodgers. I thought that could have been cool. Russell Wilson I didn't think was going to happen. He's still young. The price for him would have been pretty high. Garoppolo I thought was in there. Trubisky's towards the bottom of the list of guys that I would have wanted acquired, but my goodness gracious, anything's better than Mason Rudolph. I think they have a legitimate shot at least, a wild card berth with Trubisky. With Rudolph, there's no way. Wasn't gonna happen. Is there a great one, Moose? There is not. Thoughts on Brady coming back? Seemed inevitable, honestly. I mean, he's been saying he's gonna play until he's 45 since he was 35. I mean, forever he's been saying that. So to retire at 44 just left a weird unfinished business kind of vibe. And actually, I believe that's what he said in his post about it. But my entire football watching life has been Brady dominating the entire NFL, so I'm ready for a new era. I guess I'm gonna have to wait one more year for that. Welcome back, Shadow. I assume Mom took you outside. At least you're not the Colts with Sam Ellinger. No, they didn't.
She didn't do anything. She found a paper towel out there somehow, and went.
It probably fell out when I was burning the cardboard.
So I'm sure she'll be on the floor in 2 minutes.
Did you see the troll that I found?
No.
It's a 236. It was, guaranteed, but
Wow.
good times. Anyway, I still think the Colts are going to get somebody. They're too ready to win now to just not bother signing somebody better. That wouldn't shock me, Bottom Boy. I thought the same exact thing. I thought that as well. What's up, Danny? Is that your mom? No, that's my girlfriend. I called her mom because I was talking to Shadow. getting ready for parenting, I guess, because referring to each other as parent names is a thing. Dog mom? Yes. The Colts have a ton of cap space with a lot returning talent, so I think they're ready to spend. Yeah, how much of a cap hit was the Carson Wentz situation? I don't know what that contract or anything looked like. Or maybe... I don't think they could have made Washington eat that cap space. I have no idea. I didn't look into that too deeply, but... I mean, anybody, even Garoppolo. And I know maybe some Colts fans wouldn't want to hear that, but... The Niners could run the ball. They played good defense, and Garoppolo game managed. That's essentially, I mean, that is what they asked Carson Wentz to do, and to be fair, it's a very similar situation, but he got the Niners fairly far. It would be an option. My God, you're muddy. How are we ever going to clean this place after you've been running around? I know. You want to give her a bone? I don't know that she's going to calm down today. How many deer IRL have you killed? It's funny you asked that. My brother and I were just having that conversation. I don't know what, made him decide that he wanted to do it, but he decided to make a spreadsheet of all the deer that he's killed, and I was like, yeah, I'll do that too. I thought I knew the number already, and I believe I was correct, of 27, $7 and 20 does. There's 2 that are unaccounted for. I know that I've shot a deer every single year. Other than 2008. So there's one in 2011 that I can't remember what deer that was. And in 2016, I'm pretty sure there's another deer because I took my sister hunting on the opening day of rifle, and I don't know why I would have done that unless I had already filled my tags. What is the best deer you killed? It's the one that I got this past year. If you've not seen it, it's on the community tab here on YouTube. It's on my Instagram. It's in my Discord. It was a 14-point, 180-inch gross whitetail, which was just nuts. Mainframe 10, 4 stickers, 2 on either side. It's a weirdly symmetrical, non-typical one. It's really cool. Only thing Wentz did in Indy is hand the ball off. I mean, he threw, was it 27 touchdowns and 7 picks? It wasn't bad. He just made some bonehead plays. I mean, that left-handed pick 6, which was essentially a gift-wrapped pick 6, that was not a good look. And then, frankly, I think, not to get very political with things, but I believe what happened is he kind of upset the higher-ups in the organization with his non-vaccinated status, then getting COVID, and then not being 100% to play the Jags, and then cost him the playoff spot. I think it probably came down to that more than any of his goofy plays. Mr. Troll Red Deer, indeed. Got a big boy deer? That was a thickin'. That was a thickin'. Biggest whitetail in the Hunter? In Call of the Wild, I mean, I had a 1000 back in the day, so I guess that, as far as the new system goes, I had a 280 something. They don't get that big anymore, so on the new thing, 272 something. There's too many different times where whitetail had different possible scores. What map is this? This is Quattro Colinas. Chasing level 9 cape right now. Hope he makes diamond. The level 9 red deer we had did not. Alright, that's what we're after right there. Wentz is also a terrible teammate, terrible locker room guy. That's ultimately what sent him out of Philly. Signed, an Eagles fan. You know, I've heard those rumors. I never knew if they were true or not. Him and his brother or something, don't they have like an outdoor channel show or something? Like, yeah, I could kind of see maybe where some of that stuff comes from, especially when he plays hero ball to the degree that he does. Maybe kind of the type of guy where he thinks ball should be in his hand every play. Dude, for a second, bottom boy, I thought that said Kirk Cousins, and I was like, no way, they have, what's his name? Trevor Lawrence. Christian Kirk, Finside Edmonds. Yeah, those are... Do the cards need to clear space? That's intriguing. I hate this, by the way. Red deer are here. I don't really have a choice. Gotta shoot them. So we have to... Where was that other one? We have to fast travel over the other side to go get them. Just takes a significant time investment, but like I said, if they're here, we're going to shoot them. Football, the game Flinter will talk about for 95% of a stream. It's an interesting time of year. I mean, outside of the playoffs, this is probably the most interesting time of year for football, because all the fan bases think they're going to the Super Bowl now. Like, you know, you get one piece added to a team, and then you decide that you're Super Bowl contenders. Now, if you're the Broncos and you add Russell Wilson, yeah, that one makes sense. If you're the Steelers and you add, what's his name, Trubisky? Browns got Amari Cooper. Dude, the Cowboys having to trade Amari Cooper for, like, what was that, 5th and a 6th or something awful, because they had to pay Zeke and his ungodly cap hit. That was rough. I'm glad James Conner got paid bottom boy, because he was a great story. He just couldn't stay healthy in Pittsburgh. And to be fair, he had no O-line, so fair enough. Of course I did, Danny. Seahawks not looking good. What if they just use all those draft picks, though, and they go and get Deshaun Watson? Then all of a sudden that offense is terrifying. How many diamonds have you found so far today? None. We had a troll level 9 red deer. It was a guaranteed troll, so no heartbreak there. The Pats will only improve? Probably, yeah. There were some losses they shouldn't have had last year as well. Should do a predator hunt with a predator hunt with the night vision scope in the AR-223. I wish the night vision scope had more zoom, or I wish calling predators was more realistic. That's kind of where I get stuck. The best way to hunt them at night is just going to be in their drink zone, and that might be kind of lame. I don't know. Got a great one red deer after only 230 stag kills. That is solid luck. Do ibex drink on this lake? They do. But Diggy's ibex in particular, one of the best lakes for them. Jarvis Landry getting released? No way. With rumor of Wagner, DK and Lockett gone? Why would DK and Lockett be gone? I know Wagner's gone. Idea to try to run into every animal with an ATV. That's how I used to play the big game hunter games. Any bear or anything was getting the ATV. Screw trying to shoot him with a gun. I need something I can run away with. Who requested a trade and got it? Nah, I forget who we're talking about. Too many names. Goodness. Made some wolves rather upset. Maybe I'm taking their dinner. Sometimes, in fact, usually, there are more. Okay, bye. Didn't even get to spot them. That's kind of lame. Yeah, they did, Eli. DK wants to go to Chicago where he grew up. Yeah, they might be on the rise. I don't know what to make of Justin Fields just yet. Oh, hello. How the heck did I miss all that? A huge herd of red deer all packed in there. Finally caught you live. Glad you make it in, Blake. How's Shadow doing? She's chilling now. She's chewing on a venison bone thing. I really don't know what to call those. Some kind of chewy thing. And she was going nuts towards the beginning of the stream, but that's what she does. Really, Plasma? I mean, I guess if they got Amari, that makes a little bit of sense, but to me, I don't see why you wouldn't try to hang on to him. He was the heart and soul of that team in a lot of ways. How'd that miss? Okay, one's kind of half limping away over there. This is going to be an absolute mess to try to clean up. I thought there was one more stag somewhere. Perhaps not. Guess we're tracking that one. Old Slim Jim. Shoots head in the head. Yeah, I did catch that hind, unfortunately. Hot chocolate. Man, it's finally getting nice out. I don't know what I'm going to do in mornings. Maybe it'll still be cool enough that I want to drink coffee, but it is a added bonus of coffee that is warm when it's 20 degrees out in the mornings. Have you ever done a Great One grind on Aurora? A little bit. Right when the new Great Ones released, we didn't know if they were red deer or fallow deer. Technically, they could have been European rabbits too, but nobody really thought that. So we were grinding a little bit of red deer and fallow on Tay, but yeah, after we found out it was red deer, I was over the night hunting of red deer already. Iced coffee? I thought it was hot chocolate. Where did Rogers go? Back to Green Bay, actually. What's up, Panda? It's going good. Out here chasing red deer, trying to get that Great One done. Trying to just get the grind over with. I was saying earlier, it's one of those things where I know like it probably gets a little bit repetitive when it's red deer content, you know, maybe a couple of times a week, but in the same way, it's probably repetitive for the fact that we've been doing red deer content since November and still looking, so maybe we just get it done and we can be on to greener pastures. I don't even know what I'm going to do after this. Do I have any major grinds that I want to do? Usually what happens is I go in the trophy lodge and realize there's a bunch of things that I want. I have to look at multi-mounts and stuff. I know one more diamond moose would be nice. I've been saying that forever, but there's another room that I think meese fill up quite nicely. Do you have any trophy black bucks? Currently I have 4 diamonds mounted. How much do you like hunting red deer? You know, I generally enjoy them. Much like whitetail, if you get like even a decent sized red deer, they do look good. You know, compare that to grinding red fox or grinding musk deer. Your level 8s look as good as your level 2s, or your level 2s look as good as your level 1s in the case of musk deer. At least with this, you get to see the big antlers. Every now and then, they'll give you a little mini heart attack in a good way when you see a big rack and you think maybe that's your great one. Stuff like that, I think. An albino brown bear? You know, I killed what is, in my opinion, and I don't know this for a fact, but I never saw many posted, I killed one of the first non-mission albino brown bears back in the day, and I don't know, I was grinding for one for some time. Maybe I'll consider getting back to that, but that grind never really yielded much anything. Yeah, I saw that price. Thoughts on that signing with Jimmy G still available? So the one thing that makes a lot of sense with that is that the Steelers O-line is not in a good place currently, and it's hard to say exactly where it's going to end up. Trubisky probably was cheaper than Garoppolo, if I had to guess, and maybe that allows the Steelers to shore up their O-line a little bit more. And on the other side of that coin, with the current O-line, Trubisky's mobility does allow him to potentially, you know, be able to offset a little bit of the line being bad. Would you consider making updated map guides? I probably do need to look into that, as the maps have recently been changing quite a lot. For some reason I thought the only albino you could get was the mission bear. One of my favorites in the lodge, even if the way you shoot it's lame. Yeah, they probably could have done more to make that hunt, I guess, more interesting. For a while I think there were no albinos spawning, and then they finally fixed that, I don't know, a year ago or so. AFC North O-lines are pretty cheeks. Well, the Browns is insane. Do you like an NFL team? I am a Steeler fan, as we're talking about Mitch Trubisky, the assumed starting quarterback at the Pittsburgh Steelers 2022. Good God, help. The Steelers O-line sounds like a lot like Penn State's O-line. They had a couple of years there when Mike Munchak was their O-line coach, where their line was one of the best in the league. It was the Le'Veon Bell years. He left, and they've just gone downhill. And you got to remember as well, they were not good before Mike Munchak got there. The 08 Super Bowl 43 that they won, their line was one of the worst in the league and was consistently referenced as such. Mitch the GOAT. I mean, he's been in the playoffs twice. I believe he would have had at least one other win, if not for Cody Parkey being the doink king of the kickers. How much do you play? In Call of the Wild, not as much as I used to, due to having Shadow to take care of all the time, but yeah, usually in the area of 30 to 40 hours a week, and the rest of my time goes into editing videos and such. Bengals are better anyway than the Steelers. I mean, yeah, they were in the Super Bowl. I don't argue with that. I can smell the 17-0 with Money Mitch. Maybe he can be a slightly more capable thrower version of Blake Bortles from the couple of times the Steelers played them. I've never been more upset watching a football game. This guy would run for 8 yards on every 3rd and 7, 14 yards on 3rd and 13, just kill him. Maybe Mitch can do a little bit of that, and I'll let that game go. I don't know. What is the AR's range? I mean, they can hit as far as you can see if you account for the bullet drop correctly. Do you know they're adding Master Chief as a playable character in Call of the Wild? Can you imagine seeing that run around? One time, I was streaming this. I think it was clipped, but it might have been back when I used music and stuff, so all those clips might be gone. Lucky, who some of you guys may know, was dressed in the Medved, the old Medved camo, which was like a fur suit, essentially. And we were on Parquet. I tend to play with names off in multiplayer. I forgot to turn them on for that stream. He ran past me, and I legitimately thought I found a Bigfoot Easter egg for just like a half a second, but in my mind, all this stuff went down in a half a second. It scared me a little bit, and then I realized it was just him being a goober. He didn't try to do that, he just happened to be going through there, which made it better. Browns still better than the Bengals? Oh god. The only reason they weren't 4th in the division is because Lamar Jackson got hurt. What's up, Joe? Did you see they're making a Halo movie? I did not. I really haven't done anything with Halo since, like, 2015, 16? UH is never gonna release? That would be the ultimate troll. Is there a map coming with elephants? In Call of the Wild, it may happen way, way down the road, but anytime in the near future, I can almost certainly say no. It just seems like the type of thing they wouldn't do, and as the game sits currently with things like the Trophy Lodge and all that, there's nowhere to fit in an elephant, let alone all the mechanics and stuff that would have to go along with it. Nice, David. Lamar Jackson's the most overrated running back? I am of the opinion that he should switch positions. Just saying. When was the last time Detroit was good? Stafford had him in the playoffs 3 different times, I think, but they were never particularly scary in those years. I'm really sad only one of those hit. I was hopeful. 470 Nitro sales rise 870%. Oh, for the elephants. Yeah, people might actually have a reason to buy it. I would actually hope that a new, actually good Class 9 weapon gets released. Realistically, if elephants were ever to be a thing, Class 9 cannot be what they are. They'd have to invent is a stupid word for this, but make up a new class. Give us a Class 10. You gonna turn? Thank you, sir. I think I got a little trigger happy. That might have been a lung. Single lung? Yeah. What is your opinion on squatted trucks? No opinion. The submarine deer. I still can't believe I only hit that once. Thoughts on the game coming out, Ultimate Hunting? Basically, to summarize it, I'm trying to not pay much attention to it so that I don't get my expectations up, and then hopefully I can just appreciate it for what it is and actually enjoy it when and if it actually comes out. Class thick, I really hope they do it like that. Give us like a 700. The only ethical class is labeled as thick with 3 C's. Should be called Class 9 Plus and have anything like hippos, rhinos, and elephants. That's not a bad idea because you start to kind of get into the weeds if you have like 11, 12. Like, is there any point? 9 Plus is not a bad move. Is that allowing 9s as well then? Best trophy all time. In terms of rarity, the Piebald Diamond Gray Fox I have is probably pretty high on that list. Back when I shot my albino diamond moose, diamonds just didn't come along as often, so that one might kind of take it. It's hard to really choose one particular best kill, if that makes sense. The emphasis of the Donald Trump gif, bottom boy, if you know which one I mean. If not, I'll send it to you. It's just him enunciating something. Not thick, but they used it for thick. If you can hunt one thing IRL, what would it be? Okay, this depends on how you're asking the question. If you're saying I can only ever hunt one thing again, it's going to be whitetail. If you're saying I can hunt whatever I want, you know, I leave tomorrow, go for a hunt. Probably caribou in Alaska. If I can have a guide and, you know, if there's unlimited budget here, I'll have a guide and I want to bow hunt them. If I'm doing it myself, probably gun hunt, because I bet that I can't get myself in good bow range for such a thing. Not on my first try anyway, and as I said, expenses being considered here, that's the type of trip that I don't know that I'll ever get to make twice, so, you know, want to make it count. That's exactly what I pictured in my head. I knew it. And that's why I brought it up, and then I figured I better explain it, because anybody that didn't know, now who knows what I'm talking about, a thick Donald Trump or something. Guess that was a good enough shot. Alright, now we get to run all the way around here. Finally got my albino line. It was a level 5 medium. Hey, that's what I have as well. Nice, man. What binoculars do you use? They are, I'll go into the inventory to look at the exact name. Apex Views 7x42, the range finding, which is really, really nice for, you would think just for bow hunting, but for finding those long ranges when rifle hunting and just knowing what to zero for. I'll make it 12 times. Hey, I mean, if sponsorships and stuff take off with the real life filming and the wild TV and all that, maybe so. Who knows? I don't think Kyla would complain about going to Alaska over and over. I have to buy a thick micro SD card to put all the pictures on, though. What is your favorite map? Leighton Lakes. Antlered animals are my favorite thing to go after, and Leighton remains the map with the most antlered species. Most cash from one animal? I wonder how much a great one red deer gives. I bet that would be the most possible. The most I've gotten, I don't know, from like a fox or a bear. What's up? Why are you whining and chewing that again? You've only recently started doing that.
I'm almost done with it.
Pick me up in advance so I can nap. Got my 2024 caribou hunt booked in the Northern Brooks Mountain Range. Can't wait. Is that... I don't know if you'll know this. Is that the range of... I know Glenn, what's his name, from that Alaska TV show is there. Oh, I can't think of the guy's name. He was in, like, there was like a movie and a book about him. Dang it, I can't think of the guy. I'm pretty sure it was that range, though. How, like, what did you do that through? Was that through an outfitter? See, that's the most underrated part of the rangefinder binoculars, bottom boy. It goes the exact same way in Classic. Like, if this isn't a good spot. If I'm looking out here and all of a sudden my range is saying 450, I don't have to look there because animals won't render beyond 410, 415. Grinding for the great one, we sure are, still in the middle of March. Thank you, Bert. I got my 40th diamond so far this year today. Brown Bighorn Cape. Nice, dude. We got one of those... Was that last Monday's stream? I think it was. Has that been a week already? I guess so. They're cool. I like them a lot. If you're in the Discord server, Slayer, you can post that in, like, the IRL pictures section. Nice, Brantley. Alone in the Wilderness? Yes. Is that the correct mountain range? If anybody knows the answer to that, that is the right movie or book. Thoughts on the Russell Wilson trade? I think the Broncos probably overpaid, but then again, if you can get Russell Wilson on your team, you probably do it. Sorry I'm late, but I like the stream. Well, thank you, man. The only good thing we've had thus far has been a troll level 9 red deer. It was an expected troll, so not a big deal, but yeah, it's always nice when the legendary level pops up for attacks that make it. Nice, just have fun. The Great One will appear in T-minus... Oh, cliffhanger, how dare you. Have you ever thought about a raccoon grind? I don't know that there's anything that I'd want from that, honestly. I like a gold rare. I had a blonde piebald track on some multiplayer map. I don't even remember what video that was in. One of the ones, I didn't put it in the video because I never found the thing. It's one of those situations where it only left like one track, but it was a weight that may have been gold, may have been silver, and like I said, I never found it. That's about the only thing I'd really want. I do have the albino one, but that was a level 2. A small lad, as they're called in the business. Boy, that guy got out of there quick. No fair. The law says you need to give me ample time to shoot. Has anyone Great One Don Hirsch? I know Victor has. There's another guy in the official Discord that he said that he got his on Hirsch and like he'd never ever do that grind again or something. Hey, thank you, Eli. Welcome. Alright, still got one down there. 4, this leg ain't too bad. I've had 5 at least in one run, but we'll take 4. Have you ever gotten a Melodiamond? The only Melodiamond that I can at least think of off the top of my head was my first super rare, and it was a kudu. Now, where was that guy at? I guess there were 5. Here's the thing about the melanistic diamond kudu that I shot. For those that were around when Verhunger released, you may remember the diamond kudu were all over the map. Level 4s, making diamond, just, I mean most level 4 kudu were diamond, and level 4s were everywhere. So not only was that a thing, there were way too many melanistic kudu spawning. The thing is, I shot my diamond melanistic kudu, it was a 5, not a 4, and it was right after they fixed the melanistic spawns. Now what I don't know is if EW did a pop reset for the entire map or for kudus, if they did anything at all. It may have been essentially an initial spawn following the pop reset, or it could have been a leftover, you know, 2 common melanistic spawn, but at least it was a 5. That unknown part of it kind of sucks, but it was a melanistic diamond kudu and it was a level 5. Gonna add a Great One scrub hair. I still think they just make it gigantic. Entire screen shakes when it hops around. There's potential there. They just need to make it happen. PA map with whitetail, elk, coyote, squirrel, rabbit, mallard, wood ducks, and more than I just can't think of. It's hard because there's not a whole lot of new stuff they can add. That's where it gets really difficult. Great One scrub hair looks like an Easter bunny. There you go. Flinter rocks, one of the best streamers. Why, thank you. Best gun for red deer? If you're trying to shoot a bunch of red deer, the 308 AR-10 is probably the best option. If you just want to shoot one red deer and drop it quickly, the 7mm is probably the way to go. I've had 3 full cake buffalo. 3 full cake buffalo. 3... I can't figure out what full is supposed to mean. I tried. Which Great One would you add? Any animal? I mean, mule deer would be my #1 choice. I've been saying though, like I do think that EW probably should look into adding a non-antlered Great One sometime soon, so like a lion or a bear. But for me, I think mule deer would be incredibly cool. Is that one that we hit and it didn't die? Where were you, sir? I really want to know where that second shot went. Well, he'll die eventually. Could you do like a guided diamond hunt? The tough part about something like that is the random element. You know, in a lot of videos, we'll manage to kill a diamond or a rare or something if we put enough time in, but sometimes we don't. Just kind of the way the randomness works. Like when you have a guided hunt in real life, the guides know about the area. They know, you know, where some of the potential animals of a certain size are maybe staying and all that. That would be a tough one to figure out. Do you listen to any music? Honestly, not really. Yeah, I mean, I listen to the birds outside, and that's my music half the time. The only music I listen to these days is when I'm trying to pick music for the real life hunting stuff coming out on Wild TV this summer. Constantly listen to music with your AirPods.
Early birthday gift, sucker.
What's that?
I said early birthday gift.
Early birthday gift. Literally, I used them like 4 times. It's fine. I wouldn't get as much use out of them. I don't even know why I bought them. I really don't.
I don't know either. I'm not mad.
They were on sale, and I was like, this is a good idea. Kyla only listens to death metal? No?
Not only.
I feel like Kyla listens to just about every genre, actually. Is there anything you actively avoid?
Jazz. I don't care.
You need to be in a very particular mindset for jazz to
That's
work.
very particular.
In a mood. Best cape rifle? In my opinion, 300. The scope, the power, it tends to be the best. Now, I've noticed since the... What update was it? I guess the AR update. Higher shots, like higher in the lungs with the 300 on Cape Buffalo doesn't work that well. But lower shots in the lung, I mean, it is just deadly. Every single shot is going into the lungs and taking them down quickly. So you got to be a little bit precise. I mean, you got to figure Cape Buffalo lungs are pretty big, but minus that part about the high lung shots, it's really good. I don't know what that is, Danny. I feel a dog sniffing my toes. Soundtrack to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. I used to sing that when I was a child, but I would say neighbor good for whatever reason. I listen to the warning calls when I'm going to sleep. Sometimes when I'm going to sleep, I do hear like some of the sounds that I'm used to. Like if I'm playing a lot of the Hunter in a particular day. Fallow Buck Calls as a late classic have been a good one. That's you sniffing my toes? Get out of here, Jacob. I knew you were hiding in the radiators. Aaron Rogers, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you, man. Super sticker as well. Great one, Pronghorn. It'd be tough to go too much beyond what the big diamonds are now, but maybe there's something there. For deer warning? Wait, what? Roe deer warning, perhaps? Just listen to roe deer quacks all day? I hear a crying dog somewhere. Can't wait to get my kayak out fishing. I'm in a... I don't know what the heck to do yet. So we have a creek that goes through the front yard, and it goes over towards... I mean, it really goes everywhere where I might possibly hunt. Like, my property is kind of on either side of it a little bit. Like, anywhere where I might shoot a deer, if they run less than 200 yards, it's probably within 200 yards, let's just say, of a downhill drag to the creek. And I've been considering getting something that I could put in the creek and load a deer in. So rather than have to drag it potentially all the way, you know, through all the beaver logs they've chewed down and stuff, I could just maybe throw it in that and float it back home. And my my other consideration there is if it's something I can go fishing in, then it's just kind of multi-purpose. I don't even know what I got you, Kyla. I thought it was your idea. I don't know. I don't remember. How do you feel about Great Ones? You know, I had that little thought process in my head this morning. I was running around chasing some red deer. The game has gotten to an interesting point. Players that have, you know, played the game for several thousand hours, most of them have, you know, the diamonds they kind of want and stuff like that, so they end up grinding for a lot of Great Ones. I mean, you've got people with 9 Great Ones. I'm not sure if anyone's eclipsed 10 yet. I know 2 people have 9 for sure. And that kind of leaves the game in an interesting spot when you know, what is kind of meant to be the ultimate trophy, let's call it, is possible to be taken in such numbers. And I understand how many kills go into those grinds to get 9 Great Ones. But it does kind of, I don't know, it makes me question where Great Ones in the game in general are headed. That's not to say that I want them to remove the ability to grind for Great Ones. I mean, frankly, if you like me, like, I essentially want one of everything in my trophy lodge. Eventually one day, and obviously a Great One is a part of that everything. The only way to get them, realistically, is to be able to grind for them. Like, to be able to get all of them. But I don't know, it's just... When I got my first Great One, a lot of people said, like, hey, do another grind, and I was like, nah, this was kind of it for me. And then, you know, that was never a thing for me, the concept of shooting so many Great Ones. And now that's a common thing, and I don't even know what I think about it, honestly. It takes what makes it special away. A little bit, it does. In at least some weird way. I don't want to do another whitetail Great One grind because the result and everything that went into the first Great One that I got was just like so perfect. Like, that's what I want to be my memory of a whitetail Great One. I really don't want it to be, I don't know, something where it's 1 of 2. Like, it's 1 of 1 for me, and it was a really cool one. I think that's a fantastic idea, Bottom Boy. Okay, let's switch maps and switch back real quick just to get our respawns in place. Crow's going for 5? Yeah, Mel, how many do you have? 5 or 6? 7? 6. I think it's 6. It might be 7. I'm gonna stop throwing numbers out there and wait for an answer because I don't know what I'm doing. Was it a big or small rack Great One? My whitetail? It was the big rack. The biggest rack. It's supposed to be hard to find. That's what makes it great. I mean, yeah, that's the basic concept. Like I said, I'm happy just having one. Now, I do want to have like one of all the possible ones, but yeah, I don't know. In a very weird way, when multiple Great Ones started to get shot, you know, when you get to like the multiple hunters have 9, the concept of getting even 2 became less appealing to me. I have 5 whitetail Great Ones and 2 red deer Great Ones. It is 7, okay. So I thought you had 6 whitetail and 1 red deer. How did I miss your second red deer? Yeah, I don't know if the dead one counts either. I have no idea what to make of that. It was a big rack. Rock? I said the biggest rack. I didn't say rock, did I? I might have. It's possible. When will the Great One Moose be released? I think it's going to be in the middle of 2027. We have no idea. There's nothing on them. I think it helps that you've got maybe the best Great One rack that I've seen. It definitely was cool to get that one. There's one. I'm gonna have to, like, somebody has put together like a little reference image, I guess, of the different whitetail Great One racks, and there's one that I really like. That's kind of just like a big typical. Excuse you. Which Great One rack do you like? Whichever one tastes the best, huh? Probably the biggest one because there's the most stuff to eat. Anyway, there's one that's almost like a typical that I really like, but I mean, having the highest scoring possible rack is neat. If I just put my hand just out of reach for her, she continues to jump, but she doesn't quite bite me. It's the perfect move, until I have to actually do something. You should shoot the Great One Red Deer with the 270 Warden. Excuse you. You know, there's a microphone that's loud for people. You gotta be considerate. I don't know if I ought to pick her up or if she'll eventually take a nap. Would you recommend Tay, Aurora, Parquet, or Quattro, like for red deer grinding? Depends how much you want to hunt at night. Tay's gonna get you the most amount of red deer, but I can't stand hunting at night. Alright, come here. Come here. Oh my god, she's muddy. This is a great idea. Muddy sweatpants. 26 inches of snow in Saskatchewan. And it snowed again? That's more snow than I care to deal with. Furthest shot, my furthest vital hits 434, I think. Hey, it is indeed. How are you 3,500 kills in with only 3 nines? That is insane. I guess if I had the exact same luck 3 times in a row where I had 1,000 stags with no diamonds, that would essentially be that. Mud strugs. That's alright, it's warm enough I can change into shorts or something after the stream. Oh boy. Let's just kind of get... I want to give him a little more time to get into the zones. Nothing's here yet, which is weird. It's possible none have respawned here, but the hinds ought to still be here. Let's do the river or something just to give some time. $61 diamonds, 24 trolls, 40 rares in the grind. So you're over 100 like trophy red deer. I think I'm at 38 diamonds and rares combined. I don't count my trolls. I have no idea. 10 maybe. 1,200 kills in with 1 diamond. I can believe that. The 3,000 kills with 3 diamond or 3 nines even is rough. If you got to 20,000 and still didn't get it, would you give up? At the rate that I'm going now, at least, with you know, the amount of time that I have to put into trying to take care of a puppy and everything, especially with summer coming up, you know, more of my time is going to go into mowing grass and doing all that stuff, yard work and the like. 20,000 would not happen for probably like a year, and by then there might be another great one. So would I give up? Probably not, but I may move on to other grinds at least for a while. Usually after we give her a little bone, she just kind of chills out.
No, she peed, she ran outside, and now she's hyper.
Yeah. Do you do shorts? I do not. Yeah, she gotta chill.
You're gonna go in your kennel, girl.
Oh, that'll be nice and quiet. She loves that place. So we are early. Nice, Scotty. Have you ever been to Wonders of Wildlife Museum and Bass Pro Shops in Springfield, Missouri? I have not. I have not been there. I've been to the pyramid in Memphis, wherever that is in Tennessee. One of the Tennessee places. What the heck was that? A neck shot or spinal cord? Please, someday can you hunt cougars? Do you mean mountain lions, pumas? Pumas and classic. Shorts that hits a little too close to home. It's just the all-I-know out here, sitting in my chair. So I went through everything in the West Virginia episode, Bottom Boy. I think I'm more or less done, minus the fact that that looks like a big one. I gotta do some narrations and such, but I still feel like I stitched the honor myself without knowing it in that setup. Wasn't that one? Oh, there it is, okay. I was gonna say, I thought it was laying dead right here. I just got a new dog, and she is that bad? I mean, puppies or new dogs in general, they have a lot of energy. And then, you know, as they kind of settle into their environment and stuff, they'll chill out. I get the impression that Shadow is going to be a fairly chill dog. She just has that puppy energy right now and has to get it out. When you pulled up, Codex said, 19 great ones, please explain. Yeah, that's a common question. So when Bloodhounds came out, almost exactly a year ago in fact, they attempted to add a great one counter, and basically they messed everything up. Diamonds were being counted as great ones into that counter. Golds were being counted as diamonds. I believe silvers were counted as golds, and I guess bronzes would have been silver and nothings would have been bronze. I don't know exactly where all that went. I definitely know that the diamonds went into the great one counter and the golds went into the diamond counter. If you look, I'll open that again, if you look at my diamonds, it says that I have 1,171. I do not, I have 871. Fortunately, we kind of caught on to the fact that that was happening pretty quickly when they accidentally kind of messed that up. So I went back to a stream where someone asked how many diamonds did I have. It was 700 and something at the time. So I wrote that number down, and I kept track of how many diamonds I actually shot. And basically, when the fix for that was coming out, it was one of the rare times they told us, like, hey, this update's coming tomorrow. I intentionally shot enough golds to get the diamond counter, which was now incorrect, to be exactly 300 above the correct number. And therefore, when somebody asked me on stream, how many diamonds do you have, I could just, you know, quickly subtract 300. It's not a big deal to remember where I'm at. A what pen? I don't know what I missed.
He said he was shed hunting and he didn't find any sheds, but found a kiddie pool.
Oh, I was thinking of like a, you know, like a shed that has like your gardening tools in it or something. How many diamonds tonight? No diamonds. We had the one troll level 9. A couple of nice stags over that way, but we're gonna go and get a better angle on them. Gotta go around to Claymore 1 over here anyway. Is it rare for a max weight roadier diamond? I mean, generally speaking, max weight diamonds of any species are rare. Now she's sleeping. She is something. Not 2 minutes ago, she was barking like a maniac. Well, I tried that. Just shot my very first diamond bobcat. Nice, dude. We've been dropping all the frames today. I guess the internet's being a little weird. Hopefully it's not buffering. Hopefully it's just kind of jumpy footage occasionally. I don't know what's going on exactly. Found a PS2 game in my creek once. I'm excited to see what kind of floats down here. The only thing that I've found so far has been a pair of sunglasses. Like kid sunglasses. And I think it was a snuff can. All the labeling and stuff was taken off of it or washed away. We did find 2 guys going fishing on a trail camera today that definitely weren't allowed to be there, but you know, as long as they're sticking to the creek, I guess better than in the yard. Thing is, walking through there is kind of walking dangerously close to where my big male was bedded, and I really don't want people doing that if that's not a necessity. Have you ever fished the Allegheny? Yeah, I caught a sucker, and that was it. I caught the bait fish that we planned on using for the rest of the day, and that netted us nothing. My cousin caught a turtle when we were there. That was an experience. Got an albino gold roe deer. Now that's cool, man. I've got a melanistic gold and a piebald gold. I shot an albino gold. Goodness, sorry about slapping the mic. I shot an albino gold. Goodness, before Truax and on the old system, but never one in the new system. That's cool, dude. Do you hunt turkeys? I attempt to. I usually don't do it well. We try to, yeah, basically. Hoping for the best this year. Might have a couple of ideas lined up. Every time Aaron mentions turkey hunting, I'm like, yeah, we should go together. I'm trying to convince him. let me join him in Indiana. I don't even know when that would be.
So we can walk through brush like he does.
Yeah, but you make him go first, so he's essentially the bulldozer. And then you just walk behind him. Maybe film him doing it, because that could be hilarious. The stuff he walks through, we're going to have to get like a brush guard for the camera. Always tricky trying to manage waterways. Just gotta hope for honest individuals mostly. Yeah, I was talking to Psycho, because he was saying that, like, I guess something to do with it not being stocked, or I forget exactly what determines it. Like, it's not the type of waterway where it's 100% public access no matter what. But, you know, like I said, I don't want to be the guy throwing posted signs up, especially given the fact that there's a sportsman's club around here. You know, I'd like to be on decent terms with them, so if I shoot a deer and it runs on their land, you know, maybe I can go and recover it without issues, and I don't care if it's vice versa, I just don't want, you know, trespassing or whatever you want to get into with that stuff. They got 100 acres, I got 14, we can kind of keep to our own sides. Are you planning on hunting Jersey for turkey? Not this year, at least. When's their season start? That's honestly what I'm most interested in. If not for Shadow coming into our lives right before turkey season was going to start in Georgia, that was something I was really considering this year. They start sometime in March, like they're early. I need an early state to add to my schedule in the future. I would never trespass unless I'm stealing Shadow. She would cry so loud as soon as I'm out of sight. It's an interesting task trying to get groceries. There you go, bottom boy. How do you run into rare animals so often, like diamonds and others? I don't think I run into rares as often as it probably seems. You know, the number, I guess, that I often throw out is, on average, as far as Call of the Wild content goes, I have the 4 hours of streams per week, Monday and Friday, and then I think it's usually four Call of the Wild videos. So add average, just say 15 minutes. That just gives you 1 more hour. So there's 5 hours, say, of Call of the Wild content on YouTube and Twitch every week. Usually there's 40 or 50 hours of playing. So you're looking at like the best 10% of all the hours that go into that. And then, even more, there's maybe of those 5 videos, 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds on a really good week. And those make up, what, a 2-minute section? You really start to, as far as percentage goes, like, I don't think I'm any more lucky than the average hunter, I guess. But it's just, it is my job, and I have the time to put into it because of that. Did you kill a deer this year? I got a doe and a 180-inch PA whitetail, which was apparently living in my backyard. It was just, well, not literally, but, you know, not too far from the house. It was nuts. When's your face cam reveal? Check out any of my IRL hunting videos. My face is in them. What's up, Kevin? Can you show me your red deer setup on Aurora? I do not have one. Not a big fan of hunting red deer on Tay, personally. Did you miss anything? 1 troll red deer, which was a guaranteed troll, and therefore not upsetting. Clayton, thanks for the super chat. Look at the trophy shot and pics on the Discord page. Suppose I can take a look while running around. Nice, Ben. I'm wanting to get out and shed hunt after the trail camera pictures we got today. I believe there's multiple bucks running around that have shed their antlers, and where they came from, it looks like is the lane we have access to. I can see that it's a great one. For some reason, I can't load the high-res image. When I was in a ranch, I deleted the zone. Will that zone come back? When you delete a zone, animals will move some distance. It depends on the area you're in. So like, let's say you delete a zone, let's say you delete this one that's along the river. They might go like way down here on the river, they might go way over here. Compared to if you delete a zone at this lake, there's nowhere close they can go, so you might delete this zone and they go over there. Or like over here. It just depends on where you're at. Little lakes, they're likely to basically stay in the exact same area, unless there's another little lake, you know, right there close to it. A 190's 10 point in Maryland? What's the state record in Maryland? That would be massive. How often do you hunt in real life? A lot. When hunting season comes around, I struggle to get my videos out every day. Generally speaking, early October, I'll kind of go most evenings. I don't do a whole lot of morning hunting, and then you get to about October 20th, and then it's more or less every morning and evening. You could say, counting the all-day sits going into November, on average, maybe 8 hours a day of hunting. Is it because the sun like is too bright and maybe you're squinting your eyes and you miss sheds, bottom boy? The way that I've found a couple has been the sun kind of, you know, glaring off of them. I'm not sure I know the name, Danny. I can look into it. Any trophies yet? Nothing to speak of. And thank you for the super chat and super sticker. I appreciate that. 268 1/8 non-typical is the biggest deer in Maryland. So I'm guessing if it was a 10 point, it was probably a typical. That beats the PA non-typical record by like 30 though. I didn't realize Maryland had deer of that size. I would have guessed, as far as a typical, similar to PA, maybe 190s. Actually, PA just had like a 60-year-old record as a 200. I'm sorry. If it's real, that is awesome. But when you just enter a 60-year-old deer and be like, yep, this was shot in PA, there's a diamond. Who knows, that could have been shot in Ohio, transferred across the border. In Ohio, it's not even probably top 15, but in PA, it's number 1. 191 and 1/8 is my state. I think the non-typical record somebody asked there for PA is about 238 as well. I feed them all year long, we grow them big. 190 would be pretty thick. You know, I think that's the small rack. I don't know. We could get trolled on this. It's the small, big rack, if that makes sense. Big male. We'll try to get him to face us or something. Can you 360 that red deer? Probably not. I'm not skilled enough at that. Does he have the splits? I think he has splits. He looks big. He's got a good estimate, but I don't know. Might be shooting a broadside, lad. Oh, this might work. Spots. Shoost. And dead. Ooh, the fact that we got that shot over the hinds and into maybe a vital is pretty cool. What did you tell me, Alvin? I already forget. I'm sorry. Justin, thanks for the super chat. Are you excited for spring turkey season? I can't wait to just get back out in the woods. I spent like an hour one evening hunting for a coyote, like just hoping to call it in, one that was around here. And it was just so nice to be outside again. I had so much fun. Literally sitting there seeing nothing. I had a blast. How's that rack scoring more than some 7s? Because they have their own scoring system, and it's very interesting. Yeah, he has the split, so I think he's going to be, at best, like, say, 255? 253, in fact. Right, through the heart. Ooh, centered the heart. Beautiful. Do you like hunting birds? I mean, turkey's the only bird that I really spend time going after. I want to maybe get into duck and goose hunting. I really thought I was going to get into duck hunting seriously. And then, good guess, Mel. I found out that a lot of the ducks that I'm seeing around here are like tame ducks or whatever you want to call it, domesticated ducks. I don't know. I need to ask, like, if the ones that we keep seeing swim up the creek, like, if their wings are clipped. Because if I see one flying and it's wild, you know, maybe they like ducks enough that they don't want me to shoot them, but it's my property. I can do whatever I want, I guess. But, you know, I don't want to necessarily duck hunt right by their house if they don't want me to do that. So I got to figure out what the situation is. I'd be interested, I really would. But I guess it depends on whether or not I can do it here. Bottom Boy, thank you for the super chat and the diamond sticker. I appreciate you. Yeah, the coyotes killed like at least 3 of them ducks. Or fox, whatever it was. Thank you, Peggy. Making my diamond, gold, silver key? As in, like, a key for what score makes what metal? Am I kind of understanding correctly? We just smoked a hind. Definitely not the one that I was trying to hit there. That'll kill him. I forgot the other one. Ah, it's okay. We'll continue moving. Never killed a great one. I got my whitetail. I don't have a great one red tier myself. And thanks for becoming a channel member as well. I certainly appreciate that. If you're not in the Discord currently, be sure to join that. Link up YouTube, get the member role, get all the good stuff that comes along with that, and enjoy the green name and emojis here in chat as well. Thank you, Peggy. What would you think, or would you think it would be cool if the game added, ooh, I don't know what that lag stutter was, if the game added more cowboy guns? I've been playing the heck out of Red Dead, so, I mean, yeah, could do that. Forgot the 7, it's all good. I think if you don't claim them, they respawn anyway, but I didn't really mean to do that. I got a diamond. Southeastern Spanish Ibex, is that what you meant to say? But it wasn't Max Wedism, is that rare? It seems like they make diamond like that all the time. I don't like that they do, but that seems to be a thing. You think they might add a Texas map? So I've been saying this. Thank you for not saying Texas exotic, because you may notice even the way I had to say it, it breaks my brain and I had to slow down to pronounce it. But here is my opinion on a Texas map. What they should do is wait. They should wait until maybe they start to struggle with map ideas, because in my opinion, even with the, whatever it is, 12 maps that we have, 11, it's probably still pretty easy for them to be like, hey, we haven't done a map in this place, we haven't done a map here yet. Once they start to struggle with that, then a Texas map becomes really valuable, because, you know, maybe they haven't added, what the heck was that thing that Steve Bernella chased? Was that a nil guy, or am I thinking of something completely wrong? But anyway, you can throw just about any species you want on there. I mean, stuff that they maybe missed for an Africa map, stuff that they missed for, I mean, like I said, just about any map. You just say, like, yep, going on this Texas exotic map here, you can hunt them, have fun. You can throw anything in there, it doesn't have to fit. Texas exotic, I can say that a little easier. Texas exotic. It breaks my brain. Do you have any great one, Reds? I do not. It was Neil Guy? Okay, I was thinking that was right, and then for some reason I started to question if that was actually what it was called. One of the weirdest looking things I've ever seen, but it kind of made me want to hunt one. That cow looking thing? Yeah, with a turkey beard. It's one of the strangest things I've ever seen. Tristan, thanks for the super chat. Shot a level 9 guaranteed diamond red deer, and on my way back to pick it up, my game crashed. Feels like console crashes a lot more recently. It seemed to me the game has gotten more stable on PC, at least. That's not good. At least it was a diamond, and not a great one, I guess, but that sucks. I killed a great one red deer in less than 200 harvest, but I haven't killed a great one whitetail in 10,000 something. That is the allure to great ones, honestly. You never quite know. Might take you, I mean, you might go out and find one in 5 minutes. It might be, what am I, 4 months in and still don't have one. The King Ranch? Do you know anything about, what is his name? If I go and find my downloaded YouTube videos, that's what I listen to. If the Prince of Poachers, Charles Beatty, I think. Every time we get on a plane, I listen to his podcasts, or the podcast he's done with people, but I believe it was the King Ranch that he used to go and shoot all kinds of big male whitetail on. Right, Bottom Boy? That's what I'm saying, dude. We can get out there, we can kind of get our feet wet and stuff with pretty high odds with the pronghorn, and then maybe it's something that just, you know, we can build on. Found a dead mini buck? Hey, I found one of those too. It's not a Colt necessarily, Mistress. There is a 45 handgun in Call of the Wild, but unless you're talking about classic, there's a 45 Colt. It's like a Taurus Judge almost. It's got the 410 and the 45. Console's been crashing a lot lately, mostly in multiplayer. So when Mississippi came out, I had all kinds of multiplayer issues with crashing and stuff like that. But it seems to generally kind of be fixed now. Well, that was a mistake. I thought I could maybe spot more of the stags that were in there, but I guess that's fine. This is the lake where I took the screenshot for today's thumbnail. Did you say 45 Colt like a peacemaker? I said 45 Colt indeed. Thanks, DHC, DCH, whatever. What happened to my brain there? I almost said DHS is the worst part, which would mean 2 out of the 3 letters were either incorrect or in the wrong place. What are the best perks and skills in your opinion? A lot of it comes down to playstyle. Like, for me, sprint and load is a necessity because I do a lot of that. I shoot and then I start heading to wherever I'm trying to go, and I want to be able to reload. I can't tell you how much it aggravates me having to slow down and reload when I'm like level 1 when I do the beginner series stuff. So I think that's important. Sight spotting, being able to spot with your scope, is majorly important. And in my opinion, south feet. I think south feet, because it reduces the amount of noise you make while moving through vegetation and stuff. It's just a lifesaver in a lot of positions. How do you check how many red deer you've killed? Unfortunately, and I don't know why, they don't give you access to those statistics. They must track them, because if you look at some of the like Call of the Wild facts that their social media pages have been putting out, like they'll tell you there were X million amount of harvest this past year and stuff like that. And I think they said moose was the most harvested animal. So they must track like how many of each animal was shot, which would mean they'd have to track how many each player shoots, I think. But they don't tell you that. As far as trying to know how many red deer you've shot, you have to just keep a count, basically. IRL hunting, probably, Ben, would be the best spot for that. Did I miss anything? We got a troll and a diamond red deer, funny enough. Same as Friday's stream thus far. What am I supposed to do?
Do another beginner series episode.
Yeah, I was just about ready to like get back to the beginner series, and then the AR weapons came out, so I started, you know, making content on those, and the AR hype's kind of winding down, at least in my head it is, so I'm probably, you know, eventually going to be looking for Call of the Wild videos. I don't know what to do next. Like, I kind of got to a position with the beginner series where I'm not sure where to go. Like, I could just play as a beginner and have fun, but I don't think that's the point of it. The point of it's kind of like a guide. Speedrunning really interests me, Bottom Boy. I don't know about Call of the Wild speedrunning, but there's a way that you could make it work, probably. Speedrun to what? To level 60? Hunt geese? That would be a grind. Every shot matters, though. It could be intriguing. Did we get them all? That doesn't look like lungs. That might be. Nope. Well, shot spam is a thing sometimes. Speedrun to first diamond. Boy, that'd be really RNG based, but some speedruns are. There's not a particular game that I really watched a lot of speedrunning content on. The original Super Mario Bros. was cool, but that game's more or less been entirely mastered now. Usually I just watch Carl Jobs, whatever speedrunning stuff, so I basically have never played Minecraft, but Minecraft speedrunning interests me because I've watched a lot of his content on it. Not that he's speedrunning, he covers the, you know, the high leaderboard runs and such. You said Africa was going to be the next map. What animals do you think are on it? I said Africa is the map that I want to see next. Just to clarify, like, I don't know if that's happening or not. It may, but there's no official information on what any new map might be. What animals would I want to see on an Africa map, though? I think hyenas were missed on Brahanga, so that'd be a good one. Greater kudu for sure. Black wildebeest, maybe. Eland or sable would be neat. I don't know about leopards. I wouldn't hate that idea. What's the name of that? Is it like red something? There's a hog that has red in it that are neat. Whatever that cat is called, caracal. I struggle with this every single time it's brought up. I mean, you could do so many different things. What's up, Alfie? Thanks for the super chat. How long did it take to kill your great one? My whitetail? It was 45 days, 1,600 harvests, a little over 100 hours of actual grinding, not counting the time that went into setting up and all that. Red River Hog. I was going to say Red River Hog, but I thought, no, Red River must be something else. Trust my darn instincts sometimes. Kalaki? Yeah, that's the name. That's the name of the cat. What's going on, guys? Today we're hunting Kalakis on Africa. The cat is a serval? What the heck? I don't know what that is. It's the thing that Mel said. What is the one you're talking about? I've never heard of that. Zebra would be cool? Yeah. I don't know. You know, as I tend to say, I like antlers and horns. With a zebra, the rares can be amazing. But it's kind of the same as a bear or a mountain lion or whatever. You know, a diamond is basically, you look at the level and that's all you get. Until they add true size. If they add true size, then I'd be more for it. Caracal? Like that, Trash Panda? I've been walked through this before and then I forget how it's said, but I try, you know? I try to get it. Big Kitty 12? Yes. Who would shoot a horse? Whoever shot Big Male in Red Dead. Big Male didn't deserve that. Nobody told me to unequip him. I'm saying it correctly? Okay, good. I'll do my best to keep saying it that way. Would love elephant, but it's a bit of a touchy subject. Yeah, and you just gotta, I don't know, the way I look at it is practically everything else can be placed in a trophy lodge, so if they add elephants, of course the people want elephants to be placed in a lodge. It's not going to fit anywhere currently, so a new lodge or something has to be done. Like, there's a lot that goes into elephants beyond just making the model and putting them in the game, and that's before you deal with any of the touchy subject potential nature of them. 100% would shoot a zebra? It's a weird thing, right? Like, because, I guess, and for whatever reason, horses are generally looked at as like a little more sentient or something. There's like that stigma there. In a game, like, obviously I'll shoot, I don't care. The amount of horses that I've shot in Red Dead because I'm trying to get away from somebody. But yeah, it's interesting that that's a thing. Now that's maybe a way to go about it, Mistress. Maybe. That could work. Zebra's also one of the nicest meats. Isn't horse supposed to be really nice meat as well? I don't know what nice meat means. Nice meat, bro. One of the, like, tastiest or whatever. I don't know how to get at this. Is an albino zebra just a white horse? It's the white Arabian. Opinion on Great One fallow deer? I wish that had been a thing. How do you have so much money in Call of the Wild? Yeah, it more or less comes back to the total number of harbors that I have. I guess past 42,000 today, in fact. Imagine a saltwater croc. Oh, that's what I missed when somebody asked about Africa map. We have alligators. I see no world where they release a map where crocodiles could be or should be, and they don't do it. Because of alligators, surely they're going to do crocs. Good call, bottom boy. My goose scored 8.5, but it says gold, and I passed the harvest check. So here's how I understand what's going on with that. I think there's a hidden decimal situation going on, and diamond is really supposed to be 8.6. I think diamonds that make diamond at 8.5 are bugged, and it's supposed to be 8.6. I believe that's the case. It's all good, bottom boy. I walked right into that one. Caused it all. Is taking your scope off quickly a perk, or is it a PC thing? No, it's not even a perk. You can do it on console as well. It's a little slower on console. On PC, it's the middle mouse button click, like the scroll wheel. You click down on that. Where are you going, sir? Stop. Alright, fine. I have no intention of claiming that, just so you guys know. Anyway, on console, you have to hit up on the D-pad twice, and then, like, your, I guess, A on Xbox and X on PS4. Speedrun Red Dead story? Oh, God. How long would that speedrun be? I know that GTA is speedrun. Spedrun? No. Speedrunned? Speedran. I don't know how to say it. Spedrun. That's not it. I tried. Anyway. I watched an entire 10-hour speedrun. I believe it was the world record at the time. Of 100%ing the GTA story. Done by Dark Viper. I didn't watch it all at once. I watched it in parts. Very intriguing. The strategies and such that go into that. I could never do it. But I'd watch a Red Dead speedrun. Probably. What's like a great one but a higher spawn rate? I must have missed something. Dude, literally like yesterday or the day before, the guy, oh my god, what is his name? The guy that does the Subnautica speedruns. That's gonna annoy me. Why can't I think of his name? Well, anyway, his channel was recommended to me on YouTube, and the reason that I had stopped watching any of his stuff was because the Below Zero spoilers that were going to happen if I watched his speedruns on that. If I watched it, I'm going to go back and play Subnautica again. I know I am, but they're so much fun to watch. It's quick, it's interesting, the strategies are very difficult, I guess mechanically difficult. I gotta go back and find it. How many super rares do you have? You know, I'm gonna have to make a count. Every time I do this, everybody's like, oh, you're bragging. I'm just trying to count how many it is. There was a melanistic diamond kudu, albino diamond moose, albino diamond water buffalo, albino diamond whitetail, piebald diamond whitetail, piebald diamond gray fox. I think that's it. I had 2 piebald diamonds cinnamon teal, they don't count. I had a piebald diamond harlequin duck, I don't count that. I think it's 6. Could you do another beginner series on Verhunga? You know what's tough about the beginner series and doing DLC maps? A good portion of the comments always wanted to just be base game only. So if I go and do Verhunga, then everybody looks at it like I'm doing DLCs, and now they can't watch it anymore. It's like a weird balance to strike. How do you feel about Jackal, Springbok, Lynx, and Chamois possibly losing their drink zones? I think that is the correct path to take, but if they're going to just feed anyway, I'm not sure that it's going to make that big a difference. One of the best things about hunting ibex in the Hunter Classic is that they're up in the mountains. You have to go and find them, just how you would in real life. It never has made sense to me, and that's the reason that Quattro and ibex never appealed to me that much, was because it wasn't remotely realistic to just find, 60 ibex drinking at a lake. That doesn't make any sense. I do think it kind of... It's going to be the type of thing where, like, you know, I have a diamond of everything in the game, but I shot my diamond Ibex when they were easy. I shot my diamond Chamois when they were easy. Like, I assume that's going to be the narrative, like, is the when they were easy, basically when they used to drink. So I don't know, we'll have to see how it goes. No, that's true, Mistress. The original beginner series was pretty dang good, and then everything changed. I think it was good. Have you ever been in South Carolina? No. Other than maybe flying, I don't know what route they take because they do the whole curve thing, but need to use 410 on quail? You need to use 410 on quail. I forget who did it, but that one stream, there's a big one in there. I don't know. It's just, I thought those were just beams. Those were the entire antlers. Anyway, the stream that I did with Scarecrow on Rancho, oh my god. That shot was nuts. There was a tiny little window into the neck and we actually got it. Anyway, we used the 410 on pheasants and it sucked. Acid, thank you for the 12+1 membership, by the way. I appreciate you. Welcome in. No T-Rex for you today. Thanks, Brian. I'd like to see the air rifle move to a class 1 to 3. I mean, a 45 caliber air rifle is big for a small game. It's almost gonna be shorter. No, it's not. Or actually, yeah. It'll be shorter to just run this way. Never mind. Gotta wait for this floaty boy, but it'll be shorter to fast travel and run. What's a super rare? Generally speaking, a super rare is a rare animal that scores diamond. So, for instance, an albino whitetail that is a diamond is a super rare whitetail, or a melanistic or a piebald. Ah, that's unfortunate, Bran. Is there like a dino version of this game? So, there is a dino game that EW made, the Hunter Primal, back at, wow, going swimming, back in 2015-ish. Unfortunately, they abandoned developing that game. I've got a playthrough of it on this channel if you want to check it out. You can't buy the game on Steam anymore. You can find Steam keys on sites like G2A. I also have a guide on my second channel for how to do that. The reason I did it on my second channel was I know there's like a fair number of younger viewers that watch, and I tried to put it in a place where like people that are using their own money are maybe going to find it, but I didn't want someone to get scammed on a site, so I tried to not hide it but put it in a different place. Anyway, point is, you can get the Hunter Primal. I should mention there are only 5 species of dinosaurs, but it's still very fun. Hunter Primal is great. What's up, Dre? You know, I don't know if there's mods for that game. I don't know that I want to set a precedent of modding any EW game, but a couple more dinosaur species, and that game is infinitely more replayable. The fact that it's only got the 5, and then like you've got your T-Rex that are obviously like the big, scary, watch out type of thing, and then the raptors are just sort of there. The other species that are just herbivores, or herbivores, however you say that, it's neat, but you know, they're there. You see them. They're not difficult. If they added, oh, and I guess the quets are sort of dangerous, but a couple more legitimately dangerous things might really make the game a lot more fun. Fortnite gameplay, not something you're gonna see here, unfortunately. Kylo the Fallow Hunter. It would fit. I was so proud of my 171 Fallow in yesterday's video, and then literally like 2 hours after that came out, Kylo got a 178. Rude. Fallow Queen. What was your first hunt in real life? Let's see. Dad took me groundhog hunting a number of times when I was like 5. The first thing I ever shot would have been a groundhog that summer. I remember going bow hunting with Dad one time too. I don't think we saw anything. I wasn't the hunter, though. Like, I was just there with him in the stand. I don't know when that was. I'm not sure what was first. A 12? Holy. What gun do you use in real life? A 7mm on 8. It is a Weatherby Vanguard. I love the heck out of that gun, and I'm not sure I'll ever have another deer rifle in my life. That thing, when Kyla dropped her doe with it, I was kind of just like, you know, does drop sometimes when you shoot them. You know, make a good shot. Kyla did. Sometimes you get the does drop with a high-powered rifle. Sometimes they run a bit. When my buck dropped, and not that that's been something I've been hiding, but, you know, slight spoiler alert, to drop a 200-pound deer, that says something a little more to me. So that was all I needed to know. Like, yep, this is going to be my deer rifle forever now. Second channel? Yeah, I really don't ever upload anything there anymore. I was uploading some stream VODs, and I kind of got away from that. Not intentionally, but that's what happened. It's just called Flinter. Yeah, someone was asking the red your drink times on Quattro. 6 to 10 is correct there. Someone said it in chat. I don't even know where we've been and where we haven't been on this run, so we're just gonna hope for the best. You should play Sniper Elite and hunt for people. Sniper Elite 4 and hunt people. Same basic idea there. It's really not my type of game, to be honest. I'm not good with those sorts of things. Got 2, 3. That's a good one. Plenty to shoot anyway. Alright. The fact that there's only 3 clustered here is good. A lot of times we get 4. Oh, there might have been 4. There was 4. Why is he not spooked, though? Not that I'm complaining. I don't know. The one that I'm worried about was that smallest one. I don't know if that was a vital hit or not. It may have been, because I don't see him running off. We'll hope for the best. You excited for turkey season? I am. I honestly haven't gotten to do the amount of calling practice and stuff that I should. It's a fine line to walk with a puppy that will go berserk at the slightest noise. Sometimes I just want the peace and quiet. I'm generally against practicing turkey calling too much outside because I think you educate the birds, at least to some degree. I'm not even sure if I'll turkey hunt here that much though, so it might be okay. Slick shooting? Thank you, sir. Can you shoot a Mona Gator? That is in fact a thing, yes. How good are the ARs? The 22 AR is fun to hunt with. I would actually probably make the argument the Virant is probably a better option, specifically because the Virant's quieter, and you can use it to shoot near animals and alert them without spooking them. They'll turn, you know, you might have a better shot opportunity with your rifle. The 22 AR is too loud, that doesn't work. The 223, I like it. I still think the 243 is probably the best class 2 rifle, and then the Mosin is the best class 3 rifle. The 308's insane. The 308's the best, probably the best gun in the game. Probably so, Dustin. I'm usually up a little bit too late when Shadow wakes me up in the mornings to probably hear gobbling, but now with the clocks being turned forward, maybe it's close now to being right at dawn. I don't know if we ever need to roost in close to here or not. I would bet because there's a cornfield that's kind of unharvested, they're probably roosting closer to that than anything. During deer season, I saw turkeys strutting. Sometimes they'll strut in the fall a little bit if they're feeling comfortable and around some hens, but I don't see it too much. That's not good, Panzer. Just started this game 2 weeks ago, and I love it. It's a fantastic game. And I'll say this, if you just got started 2 weeks ago, there is a ton for you to explore and for you to find, and literally hundreds, if not thousands of hours ahead of you of enjoyable gameplay. Yeah, Johnny, Kyla shot a, well, you know this, shot a Diamond Row by accident with the 22H thinking it was ethical because it's better than 223 on them. It's fine.
The 22H did a better job.
That's what I'm saying. The 223
so
is...
that's what bothers me, is that even though I messed up and used the wrong gun, that's fine. But it should not drop them if they're not even the right weapon.
Yeah, or the 223 should bring them down more quickly.
How is it doing a better job than the 223?
It's a tough balance to walk when they have so many weapons in the game, but I tend to agree. It's a little senseless. Should I let Kyla play a little bit? She usually just says no. Do you want to?
I don't like how sensitive your mouse is compared to mine.
You can change it just with the... Oh. This one doesn't have that. Never mind. It's on the bottom of the mouse. It's a lot more annoying than my old mouse. You shot a piebald red deer on that grind that day that I was helping the furniture guys get stuff set up. Nothing like streaming early to try to make sure that the furniture delivery wouldn't happen during the stream and they get there early. Smoked a piebald diamond axe with the 7mm. I know like at least 2 or 3 other people that did the exact same thing. I guess piebald diamond axes maybe weren't that rare, but it's weird that that's happened to a number of people. We got 9 minutes. Technically, we're kind of pushing the end of Red Deer drink time, but we're also going back to the trophy lodge to throw our diamond on the wall, so I think we'll be all right. I believe your receiving core bottom boy is CeeDee Lamb and Michael Gallup. That's what it sounds like. A little depleted there. At least you got Zeke, I guess. Let's get the great one. I mean, there's still a chance. You never know. Never know if one... Ooh, that might have been far forward. Never know if one spawned in from our respawns. I'm hopeful. Always trying to be optimistic with it. I find myself often, like, when I'm getting ready to do intros for the Red Deer hunts, I will... I don't know, I'll think about being sort of, like, pessimistic and being like, my god, 5,000 kills, what are we even doing here? But then... I don't know, I don't think that's the right approach to take with the whole thing. The Packers re-signed Campbell? Campbell? Who? I don't know who that is. Well, I don't know anything about baseball, so that one I don't know. Whoever gets JC Jackson will do very, very well. I'm hearing that the Chargers might try to get him. I swear, the AFC West is going to be so much fun to watch. I'm not a fan of any teams in the AFC West, but I'm going to tune in to every game I can. 5K kills, that's it? I mean, yeah, I got responsibilities and stuff. Devontae said he's not playing? He probably said he's not playing on a franchise tag. I bet they'll get a deal done with him. What's your name on PS4? I do not have a PS4. How do you feel about the Mitch Trubisky trade? Better than I did about Mason Rudolph starting the season or playing out the entire season. Most likely he's a bridge kind of quarterback, you know. This draft class isn't looking great. It'd be neat if they could get a hold of Kenny Pickett. I think he's going to go before they can draft him, but I don't know. If he's sitting there at number 20, do you take him? I firmly believe the Rams, Niners, and Cardinals showed last year that apparently you won't beat yourselves to death. Are we missing part of that comment? I'm trying to figure out where the rest of that goes. I'll let you join the Broncos fan as your second favorite team? I think I want to not root for anybody in the AFC West so I can just enjoy the games. Like the Raiders-Chargers game to end the season, outside of the fact that that about ended in a tie, which would have eliminated the Steelers, which they got eliminated the next week. But, you know, you always want your team to make the playoffs, so that was stressful as anything, but it was a fantastic game, maybe the best of the year. Who knows, Aaron? They might sign somebody. You better root Broncos. I'm gonna start rooting for the Chargers and Justin Herbert just to spite you. Don't tell me what to do. What would you do if Patty Mahomes went to Pittsburgh? I mean, that's the type of thing that's just not gonna happen, but it would be hard to not be excited about that. He's a generational talent as far as throwing the football goes. Who do you have winning March Madness? I don't follow it at all. I actually got to fill out that bracket Bottom Boy sent me just for the heck of it, but I don't even know all. I couldn't tell you any rankings, any team. I don't even know who's supposed to be good. Like, I know nothing when it comes to that. Literally 0 things. Been able to watch the Pens win a few championships. I've watched a couple of those games, but I never followed hockey much either. Is this the best Red Deer map? It depends on who you ask, I guess. Tay is probably objectively the best Red Deer map, but you basically have to hunt them at night to hunt their drink time, which, if you don't mind that, then, you know, you're all good. But personally, hunting at night drives me nuts, so I don't do it. The Chiefs aren't going to give up Mahomes, maybe ever. There's a chance you could see him moving off him when he's, you know, 38, something like that, if he's declining. It depends, though, too. Like, if he wants to continue playing for the Chiefs, you can kind of see the same situation that Roethlisberger had. Like, he was clearly not really... I mean, he probably was... I mean, he was the best option on the roster. But, you know, moving off him a year or two before they did would have been smart, but he brought the team 2 rings for the first time in 30 years. You know, if he wants to play one more year, I think you just give it to him out of appreciation. And the same thing could go for Mahomes. Like, if he wanted to... How did I hit that again? If he wanted to stick around, you'd have to let him. Because you have to assume he's already given them 1 ring. You have to assume he's probably going to get 1 more. Then again, the AFC is ridiculous with their quarterback talent. What did I miss? It's fine. Who you rooting for this baseball season? The Braves, I guess, because the Pirates suck.
Braves!
There was that really fun year, I believe it was 2015, when the Pirates snapped that long playoff drought, and, you know, there was McCutcheon and Marte and that new kid, Polanco, I think. Can't think of the name of the third baseman that was doing pretty good. Man, I'm forgetting some of the names now. Neil Walker was the second baseman. They had like a fun team to watch, and I watched a good number of those games, and I haven't watched anything since. Kyla's loud? No way. Polanco sucks right now? I bet he does. He wasn't looking great by the time I quit watching. He had a good run there, though, for a while. Kyler should scream for 20 minutes straight. That's essentially what happens about once a day when Shadow decides to really go nuts. Yes. 2013 to 15 was the best time to be a Pirates fan. They haven't won. Is it since the 70s? They went in the 90s and lost, right? To the World Series, I mean. What'd you find? Hey, I had one of those too. Ah, Tay. Gross. 160 something games over the course of a season is nuts, Bottom Boy. Is YouTube your full-time job? That and taking care of the puppy. Is Shadow gonna be a hunting dog? I was just telling Kyler that, like, I don't know what hunting I would do with a dog at the moment. Like, that's not something I really do, but the way she chases, like, robins and stuff in the yard, she 100% could be a good hunting dog. Do Hunting Sim 2 again? I don't know if I'll ever go back to Hunting Sim 2. I enjoyed it, but I don't know. It's kind of... I feel like I kind of got everything I could out of it. This hallway of red deer continues to grow, by the way. No great ones in sight. Do you have pheasants in PA? Yeah, we do. I've never pheasant hunted, but maybe that could be something to look into. 2 most recent diamonds are 251 from Friday's stream and a 253 from today. Getting along. 22 diamonds. I forget the count of the rares. Rare stags at least would be 1, 2, That's a hind. 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 35 total, like, trophy stacks. I don't know where I got 38 earlier, but... And the biggest male of Call of the Wild. Can you explain what to do to get animals into their drink zones as early as possible? Basically what I do, like, I'll do my hunt, do a run, shoot all my stags for red deer, let's say, and then what I do is I reset the time to the beginning of red deer drink time, so 6:30 on Quattro. I switch maps, so I'll go to, like, it doesn't matter what, but I'll go to Hirschfelden, and then I'll come back to Quattro, and they're there. That's basically the way that it's done. I don't know why these weapons have disappeared, but just because I'm here and I'm thinking about it, I'm just casually going to put some ARs up here. How many kills are you into your red deer grind? After the stream today, we'll be at about 5,100. I imagine we kill in the area of 50 stags, maybe more than that. Maybe like 5,110. I'd have to kind of go back and see if I can figure out how many we killed during the stream, but it's somewhere in that area. Moving right along, still no great one in sight, but hopefully it's not far off. But anyway, that is pretty much going to do it for this stream. So as always, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. And I'll see you in tomorrow's video where we'll be chasing that great one yet again. Bye!